Play Wenger remains coy on Lemar transfer. 202 Arsenal's Arsene Wenger refused to comment on why Thomas Lemar's transfer to Arsenal broke down on transfer deadline day. 202 With the January window on the horizon, there's plenty brewing in the transfer market. All the latest deals and potential deals can be found here. Top story: Arsenal face stiff competition for Lemar. Arsenal maintains an interest in Thomas Lemar, but the Mirror reports that Barcelona and Liverpool will now rival them for the Monaco star. The Gunners identified the France international as a potential replacement for Alexis Sanchez in the summer following Manchester City's late push for the Chilean. Monaco Vice President Vadim Vasilyev insists a deal for Lemar to move to the Emirates was really close, with a £90 million offer tabled. But with the deal falling through ahead of the deadline, the Gunners pulled the plug on Sanchez's proposed move to the Etihad. Lemar is expected to use the increased interest to command wages of up to £250,000 per week when he does eventually move, likely after the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Thomas Lemar. Aurelien Meunier. Getty Images. Barcelona monitor new deal for Dybala. Paulo Dybala's new contract with Juventus looks close to being finalized, but Barcelona are monitoring the details of the Argentinian's extension, according to Calciomercato. The No-10's release clause could be set at a huge €230 million, which was a previously unthinkable sum before Paris Saint-Germain grabbed Lemar from the Blaugrana this summer for around £200 million. The former Palermo star's rise has continued for the old lady this term, striking 11 times in just 10 Serie A appearances, meaning that fee could become an attractive figure by next year for some of Europe's richest clubs. A potential link-up with compatriot Lionel Messi has always fueled speculation of interest from Barca, but the steep price could now dissuade them after forking out £135.5 million for Ousmane Dembele last summer. Juve offered Rafinha while Barca are looking to boost Ernesto Valverde's squad. Others may be moved on, with Sport reporting that Juventus have been offered Rafinha. The Brazilian, who is on the fringe of the first team when fit, has been plagued by injuries recently and has just 2 years remaining on his contract at the Camp Nou. It remains to be seen whether the old lady will bite and submit an offer for the 24-year-old, possibly in January, with the player aiming to play at the World Cup next summer. Arsenal prepare summer move for Jorginho. Napoli star Jorginho could be the centre of attention for Arsenal scouts tomorrow in the Champions League game with Manchester City, according to The Sun. The Brazilian has already played international football for Italy but remains eligible for both countries, having not played a competitive match for either. Gianpiero Ventura's reluctance to select him for the Azzurri is baffling after Jorginho's excellent performances as the pass master for Maurizio Sarri's side. The 25-year-old is under contract until 2020, but the Gunners appear to be readying an offer next summer to add a focal point to the midfield. Tapan's Atlanta look set to move on quickly following their MLS playoff exit, with TYC Sports reporting the Five Stripes are interested in Newell's Old Boys Franco Escobar. Tata Martino looks set to raid one of his former clubs, with negotiations reportedly at a very advanced stage. The 22-year-old will cost about $1 million and provide an option at left-back or centre-back. Nottingham Forest will make a move for St Mirren starlet Lewis Morgan, according to HITC. Celtic and Rangers are also keen on the 21-year-old after his 8 goals in 16 appearances this term for the Buddies. Inter moving for Thomas Vermaelen, according to Sport, with Barcelona deeming the former Arsenal star surplus to requirements. Sport add that Everton and Anderlecht are also keen, with the latter possibly favourites on a loan in order to gather form to secure his place with Belgium for the World Cup.